As a football fanatic, as the football enthusiast, the most fun I have watching the beautiful game today is when I watch Hansi Flick's Barcelona. So far this season, there are so many ways to describe them, but honestly, the best way is to call them the greatest show in football. They right now are a spectacle and relentless on the offensive end. And we're going to talk about Hansi Flick's immediate effect on the side, as well as the notable players, and what this means with their rivalry against Real Madrid. Firstly, I want to note that there is no one more important in this team than Hansi Flick. His effect has been immediate, his effect has been fantastic. Hansi Flick initially was kind of an odd hire, kind of goes against the status quo at Barcelona. Barca are a team that hire managers that play the Barca way. Progressive play, slowly from the goalkeeper to the defenders to the midfield to the attack. Slowly building up your way through the pitch. You defend as an 11, you attack as an 11. But with Hansi Flick, he has a typical German approach. The Gegenpress. It's a more direct way of playing football. It's more so 2-3 passes and you're in. And these group of players are striving with the new status quo. And that is a credit to the Barcelona board, kind of going against the club's tradition. But they needed to. Yes, in the past with the Barcelona way, they achieved levels of production that I've never seen in my entire life. But in the past 5 to 6 years, that just hasn't been the case. And whilst it is tough, you must change. And with the hiring of Hansi Flick, they've done that. And so far, it's paying off. Now, let's look at some numbers. In Europe's top 5 leagues, Barcelona are the top goal scorers with 33, beating second place by 9 goals. And yes, they have more games, but that's still a substantial gap. Right now, their goals to game average is currently sitting at 3.3. And last season, it was 2. That is a drastic improvement. Now, there are many statistics I can throw at you that kind of tell the story of just how much better they've gotten and how their playstyle has changed. But I'll just talk about 2 in particular. The 2 being progressive passes and progressive dribbles. Now, real quick, these 2 stats are essentially dribbles and passes that take you closer to the opposition's goal. That's pretty much it. They take you further up the pitch. Now, when it comes to progressive carries, Barcelona this season are averaging 20 every 90 minutes. And last season, they averaged 25.4. Whilst with progressive passes, they are currently averaging 53.2 per 90. Whilst last season, it was 50.7. Now, these stats speak to what I said before about Hansi Flick breaking the Barcelona status quo. No more sideways passing, slow build up, holding on to the ball, carrying it far too often. It's more so about being more direct with your passes, taking more risks, making passes that break through the opponent's midfield and initiating the attack. And it has worked wonders for them so far. And it's also worth mentioning, with this more risk taking in their passes, you think they'd have less passing completion. Not true. In fact, their passing completion is 0.1 higher than last season. One of the reasons why Hansi Flick and Barcelona are doing so well is because they both bode well with each other. Flick has his philosophy, he has his way, and he has his players that can adapt to that way with ease. And it goes a long way into why they are such a force so far this season. Now, individually, the players to highlight for me would be Lewandowski, the top scorer in all of Europe, Lamine Yamal, who I cannot believe is 17, Rafinha, who has been on fire, and Pedri, who more than any player in world football, I want him to just stay fit. Because, and I mean this with all my heart, if he can stay fit, this man could be one of the best midfielders of this generation. These players plus many more have been fantastic this season. And I do want to reiterate once again, I don't mean to beat on the drum, they really mix well with Hansi Flick. Credit to the board, they found the right manager, at least so far. But now, let's talk about the future. Can they keep this up? Yes, of course they can. I think what we've been seeing so far isn't a fluke. They truly are this good. Now, they won't be this good throughout the entirety of the season. I mean, if they were, they'd finish the league with way above 100 points and way above 100 goals. That's not going to happen. There will be a drop-off. But I think they will respond well and ultimately be a consistently strong team throughout the entire season. Now, there is a question there in terms of against the big teams, which might be a weird thing to say considering what they just did to Bayern, but Bayern are currently going for some struggles right now. It wasn't the ultimate test, but I do think they have the coach and the personnel, if healthy, to go up against anyone. They can keep this up. But I'm not saying that they will be champions. I want to make that very clear. Because whilst Real Madrid have had, some would say, a struggling start, especially with Mbappe and his fit into the team, team. I think Real Madrid with Ancelotti and Mbappe, Vinicius and co will figure things out and also themselves surpass what they were last season. Ultimately, what I'm trying to say is that I cannot wait for the upcoming El Clasico, which will truly be the ultimate test. And I do want to mention quickly, if you are watching this video after the El Clasico and Barca did lose, I still stand by everything I just said. Win or lose in that match, they are building something special here, and Hansi Flick is at the core of all of it. I cannot overstate just how great he's been and the breath of fresh air that Barcelona needed. So with him and these fantastic players, they can become the best in the world once again, and they're already the greatest show on earth. Alright, that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Those are my thoughts on Barca so far this season. They really have been fantastic. And I'm currently in awe of Hansi Flick. Well done to him. Let me know what you think. Like the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more and check out the links on your screen right now for other videos on the channel. Have a great day. I am the football enthusiast. Take care of yourselves.